I think every person that does YouTube or any type of video content needs the DJI Pocket 3. I've made so many videos about the DJI Pocket 3, and again, it is just by far my favorite video camera that I've ever owned. This is coming from someone who has owned cameras like the Canon Rebel T6 to the Canon EOS R to the GoPro Hero 11. So I've owned so many different types of video cameras, and the one camera that I cannot say enough about is the DJI Pocket 3. This camera constantly just passes my expectations when it comes to what a vlog camera can do, and it's just so incredible. The technology in this device is superior to any other device that I've ever owned for so many reasons. I think first of all, the reason why I absolutely just love this camera is how thin and just how convenient it is to carry this around. I never liked having to carry a DSLR that was incredibly heavy. It didn't fit in my pocket, didn't fit in my backpack. You needed like an extra carrying case. It was just such a heavy thing to carry around, and that's something that you don't experience with the DJI Pocket. And the design of it is very vertical in a sense compared to a lot of other cameras where they're more like horizontal based. And that's something that I really admire about this camera and the technology of how they're able to fit everything into it in that way. What I also I don't think about a lot, but it was a big issue with previous cameras that I had, was having the gimbal already attached to it. You go online and you have another camera and you need to have stable footage, you're going to be paying a lot of money for a quality gimbal device. The fact that it already comes with this makes my life so much easier. If I was shooting a video using a different camera in a car, I would have really shaky footage, but because of the gimbal already pre-installed, I don't need to worry about any shaky footage. Like my car could be bouncing all over the place and this camera would still make sure that my footage is stabilized, which is such a helpful feature. And I just love that about this device. I love that DJI creates a lot of products that enhance the user experience. So they come out with different angles, ND filters that you can attach, extra creator combos that can be helpful for creators who need more things. So when I bought this device, I got the creator combo, and that was really helpful because it came with, I wouldn't say a ton of things, but things that would be really useful for me, being a tripod, being a wide angle lens, coming with an extra battery case, an external microphone, which has been really helpful. So there's a lot of great packages that you could choose when getting this camera, and that's something you don't really see when you buy like a DSLR. Is what happens is you buy the body of the camera and then you buy a lens, and then the lens itself is pretty much the price of another camera that you could buy. A big issue with the Canon EOS R is that with the price of that device being well over $2,000, if you were to buy a wide-angle lens, that's going to cost you probably $700 plus for that lens. That's just, again, that's a lot of money to drop when it already comes with this device. So again, I think DJI they take that into account. I think they understand that there's a lot of creators that run into those issues and ways that they can fix it. The DJI Pocket 3 did come out with a larger sensor, so again, having some really high quality footage, 4K 30 is incredible. You're able to just throw in your micro SD card, shoots right away. And something, again, that I think really appeals to a lot of creators when it comes to the DJI Pocket 3 is that you're able to shoot vertically, flip the camera or the LED screen so that you're able to shoot vertically and see what the video looks like vertically without having to move your eyes, anything like that. It's really hard to shoot vertical footage when you're using like a DSLR or other cameras. I don't know if the GoPro you're able to, and if you are, I think that's cool, but I like that this device just comes with that, and it's not like an issue of worrying or trying to format it in a certain type of way. So that's a big help when it comes to this camera. that's another thing that I think I've underutilized about this device, and I'm looking forward to using it more, is that you are able to take high quality photos using this camera. You have a manual mode, so you're able to, change the exposure, the aperture, that whole thing, which is really convenient. And one thing I definitely want to do is try to take some night photos with this device, because I think that would be really awesome. Changing the exposure, having the wide angle lens, being able to time lapse with high quality. It's just more and more features that the DJI Pocket 3 can do. Another big thing that I absolutely love with this device is it's able to have some really cool kind of things that other cameras don't do. So one of them is, right, what I'm doing now is facial recognition. Regardless of where I move the device, the camera is going to be focusing on my face, and it will adjust to where it is, and that is so helpful. You can set it up so that regardless of where you're moving, the camera will track where you're going with your body. So that's, again, a huge feature that a lot of cameras don't do. And what I used to run into is you would start a shot and you wouldn't know if you were in frame or if you were not, and that's another just problem. I love that you're able to connect the DJI Pocket 3 to your phone. You're able to see all your live footage, so if you are standing further away, you're able to pretty much have another screen without having to pay an additional cost for an external screen and get all of your footage while you're recording. Just super, super, super helpful, and it's not something that you see with a lot of other devices, so that's just a big, big help. And I really love this battery. So the battery itself is incredible. It charges so fast, faster than any camera I've ever owned in my entire life. It can just charge within less than 30 minutes to full battery, which is crazy. That makes it really helpful if you only have one battery and you're trying to shoot footage. So I absolutely love that feature, and I think that's great. I do wish that DJI came out with a creator combo that had 2 batteries, or 2 external batteries, because that would just be really useful, I feel like. But again, maybe for the DJI Pocket 4, that could be something. The next thing that I really like about it specifically is that you're able to connect a lot of devices to this camera, and I don't really have to worry about it. Things just work really seamlessly when you connect them. So if I do sit-down videos, or I do any type of videos where I need to use a microphone, I'm able to use a USB-C connector connected to this camera, and it will record all of that audio. Yes, it does attach to the battery or the camera, but it doesn't drain it to the point where it's you only have 2 minutes to record using that. It works really seamlessly, and it's just so helpful. I feel like DJI with this device really thought about the things that creators need and that most people use, and they weren't thinking in a selfish way. That's one thing that I really admire about DJI, and why I'm becoming a DJI lover, is just because I feel like their products are focused on creating a better user experience and finding things that are annoyances to people who create videos constantly. I've never had that kind of feeling when it comes to something like GoPro, when it comes to honestly any devices. I feel like DJI is that one company that really takes into account what people are thinking, what they need, and I'm just happy that the Pocket 3 came out in 2023. Now, what do I think about other companies coming out with devices? Now, I'd imagine that DJI has a lot of patents when it comes to the Pocket 3. I don't think any company is going to replicate this type of model. I don't think they're able to. But what do I think for GoPro and honestly any other video cameras is, I think they have a very big competitor, and honestly, I would argue that DJI is currently the best video camera company that is out right now. I don't think there's anyone else that competes with it in this price point. Arguably, you can't compare a DSLR that can shoot, has a crazy megapixel with the lens, because that's not really a part of the camera. I'm talking specifically a camera itself. When you buy it, no extra lenses, this is by far the best. GoPro, I think, has a big issue because, again, GoPros don't have gimbals, and the only way that they can have very seamless and smooth footage is with system updates, software updates, or just trying to improve it each step of the way. And I feel like what GoPro has done, which is a big mistake, is they've unleashed way too many products year after year that don't really have these massive upgrades, and then people are like, is it even worth upgrading? I see these videos all the time that people post on YouTube, and I'm like, what's really the point of upgrading to a new GoPro if the changes aren't really that drastic? I had made a video about the DJI Pocket 3 in the past, and I was talking about why I think that the DJI Pocket 3 may not be the greatest weight, or to wait that long, but DJI proved me wrong. It was worth the wait, but they made improvements that actually changed the device. Like, this device is not the same in any shape or form to the DJI Pocket 2, whereas the GoPro Hero 11 is like the same thing as the GoPro Hero 12. So there's just that. And again, I've made comments about a DSLR, like Canon, super pricey, even Sony, like super pricey, and you just have to pay so much for like other features that this camera already has, which is, you know, just crazy. Something now that I'm thinking about that I really love about this device is the LED screen, where you're able to see your footage. It's really nice because they also show a lot of different things on the screen while you're recording. So one of them being is you get to see the battery life while you're shooting. You get to see how long your video format has been going, which is really smooth. It doesn't freeze or anything. It's all live video footage of while you're recording, which is very helpful. You can see the like, you know, what setting you're shooting at. So if I'm shooting at 4K 30, it's going to show me that at the bottom. I'm able to flip over to the other direction of where I'm shooting at any point. So if I wanted to capture something that's in front of me versus what I'm doing, like a selfie mode right now, I'd be able to do that with just by one click of a button. And the LED screen is much larger now. It's by far much bigger than the GoPro screen, which is amazing. So, you know, with all of these things, when it comes to the DJI Pocket 3, I just truly believe that this is the best video camera device on the market. I don't think really there's any device that competes, and I definitely think that you guys need to pick this up if you're a creator. Like, there's no other device that I would recommend and I would want to buy besides this. And I feel like if you're trying to make that decision of like, hey, is this thing worth it? It definitely is. I think you're not going to regret buying this camera whatsoever. Hopefully you'd thank me that you ended up buying this, and for the price point, it's just so worth it. Like, making videos has been so much more enjoyable using the DJI Pocket 3 versus using other devices. I'm someone where I do so much research when it comes to buying a device. I watch YouTube videos, I look up articles, I look up reviews, I look up news about the device, and this is just one that I definitely think you should get. I don't think DJI is going to come out with a new Pocket device for a very long time. It would probably be in the next, honestly, 3 years, I'd imagine. So you're going to be able to get the best of the best for, you know, for quite a while. And then once the DJI Pocket 4 comes out, you'll be able to just either sell this or get the new one. But guys, let me know down in the comments below, do you have a DJI Pocket 3? And if not, what is stopping you from buying it? And also, I'd love to hear, what other cameras do you have that you think are better or maybe worse than this device? Like, I always love hearing, because I've never owned every device possible. It's not really, you know, financially a good decision, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.